Hello all, we've got 53 days to the start of the new Premier Division. No news yet on whether we're in the Intertoto. I'm going to presume not, but we've got 53 days to get our squad ready for Season 2 of the Premier League. Now let's get to the Director of Football episode. Cash rules everything around me. I've got that transfer fund. I can't think of anything. Wu-Tang reference though. We've got 9.36 million balance. We've got 7.25 transfer budget. And we've got our first problem here on the Director of Football Transfer Special, which is this. I'm going to go to my shortlist. Our first problem is that Rio Ferdinand isn't there. Not only is Rio Ferdinand not there, he's 4.4 million, so he would be top, but he's already the subject of offers from Chelsea, Marseille and Kaiserslautern. So I am not going to pursue my number one target because I just know ultimately it's not going to happen. The next job though, Sheffield United, Middlesbrough, in for Joe Cole, or will be in for Joe Cole. I'm going in for Joe Cole, let's put it that way. So let's get this down to 2.2. because I'm not paying a penny more than I have to. There's job number one. Job number two is his mate, 22-year-old Frank Lampard, a 1.1 million release fee. He, even as he is, would be a significant upgrade over one of our midfield spots. There we go. That was frustrating. I don't know what it is about playing it. This is an era-appropriate mouse, so maybe that was always an issue and I just never realised, but I feel like these days it goes faster. Now, I wish we could get an offer in for this guy. Laki, I'm pronouncing that. Imagine that's pronounced. The 23-year-old Nigerian, finding it hard to adjust. He's transferred on a Bosman and hit 15 goals and 28 appearances, 7.57 rating, despite finding it difficult. Lewis Bowen Morte on loan from Arsenal, someone we were interested in for a time being. Shaka Hislop, let's have a look at him. For the time being, I'm gonna wait because 2.1 million feels like a lot. Williams is coming in, so we don't need to worry about him. Let's have a look at David Healy. David Healy is now interested in playing for us. So he's not on much money. He's still got a little way to go for me, unless they were willing to accept what he is on there for. Now, Brad Friedel. I would love Brad Friedel. I don't know if he has a work permit. I'm like, has he been playing? No recent matches have been played. Let's go back a year. Played there. Played there. Doesn't seem to be a team for the others. Interesting. I'm going to start. It's 700. If I can get Brad Friedel for 700k even, I will take that. So we have got 6 pages of transfer targets here. If we go down here, look, we've got our guy off to Dortmund. I'm still so annoyed about that. I feel like he's going to develop into a great player. Mark Hughes, let's get him off. Sorry, Mark. He's retiring anyway. Someone I tried to sign last year as a player coach. Should have left him on, actually, because we are going to be in need of a coach. We're also going to be in need of a scout. And if we go on to page 4, the keeper we tried to get last year, I'm like, I don't think we're going to go back in for him. It was just far too frustrating. We've got Robert Green. Robert Green looks like he's developing pretty well. I'm going to put a little bid in for him. We're going to start at 190. I can't remember what they agreed for us with him last year. And then also, somewhere, I should have an Icelandic goalkeeper. I'm like, we're never going to get Rios, are we? Campos played there. Campos played there. So he's a complete non-starter. Let's remove Viznic. We have moved beyond him. That's another target we can give up on here. So it is nice to show. Let's have a look at John Jensen, though. It is nice to show that we've moved. This is not Arsenal John Jensen, is it? It can't be. He looks pretty good to me. Pretty good indeed. So good that I stopped and didn't say anything there. Let's get a little 650 bid in to test the waters. I know we've got Clinton coming in. We've got this man, Igor. He's just transferred there, so he can come off for the time being. That's all the business I'm going to do for the time being. Rory Delap. That's why have I got Rory Delap on it? Rory Delap is a pretty tidy-looking player. I would have hoped that he had a release fee, though. So it is the European Football Championship, so they will be going on the background of Director of Football episode here. Norway versus Belgium. Always a fan of the Norwegians. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wants first-team football. Is he going to be interested in playing for us? Let's get to listed. I've not had a look at this yet. It's not going to be down there. Right, so he was 6 minutes, so he's not currently thinks he's too big for Sheffield United. But let's have a look. Roberto Sosa. Now, let's see what is going to happen here. So, John Jensen transfer cancelled. We're going to have a look at what's happened there. Also got the crushing news that Leeds have been invited to play in the Intertotal Cup. So before the season clicks on, it's already clicked on. Can we see last year's? This might be me just having a block. I can't remember if you can see last year's league table in full. If you can, let me know and I will find it. But it's not up here, and it's not anywhere I can see in history. So we've got Brad Friedel, offer accepted. I'm going to set him as important. He only wants 4,000 a week. Let's get this all the way down. Let's see, is that going to go in right? What's happened here? Oh, they've rejected it. It's not cancelled. They're just like, you're not having a good player for so little money. Right, there we go. Wolves away, Tottenham home, and Liverpool away. And Leeds have been... I really wanted to see where Leeds finished. So I can't see the full table, but last year they finished 9th. So we were a target. If we can get 9th, around 9th this year, there's a chance we could get into Europe. Some offers going in there. I've not currently set up a pre-season tour because we've only got the 4 home nations available. So I'm going to wait till July, see if anything changes. Right, so Arsenal have made an offer of 3 million, so have Celtic. Wolves are after Shaka Hislop. West Ham have accepted the offer for Joe Cole. So let's see, can we land Joe Cole? He wants 15,000 a week on that. I'm going to try it. I know you'll be saying, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, but I'm going to. I'm going to see if I can stiff Joe Cole. I'm going to leave everything here as it is. This is going up. If Joe Cole develops like I want 9 million for him. I'm also happy to give him more money there. And let's see, can we get Joe Cole in? Brad Friedel has agreed terms. So let's see what happens with the work permit. If we land Brad Friedel this close or this soon into the start of the transfer window, the Director of Football special, I will be delighted. Exciting day of football there. Can you imagine watching that? Right. Norwich have accepted the offer for Robert Green. So I am going to go ahead with this if I can. So previously he wanted an insane amount. I'm going to try it. Not made of money. But if we can get Rob Green to come in as a youth promising goalkeeper, probably going to be in the reserves, maybe a little bit of League Cup action, I will be happy with that. He's a signing for next year. That's how much I am in Director of Football. Let's see who scored these goals for Spain. We've probably not got a chance of getting any of these. Where's Jose Maria? 11 million. So, right, Green's like, who's this guy? Let's bring that down then. If I'm paying more, Norwich are getting less. I think that's pretty fair. Right, I highlighted Jeff last time around. Ipswich Town have made an offer of 30k for him. I'm going to keep my eye on that. If that gets accepted, I've got 35k for them. But for the time being, we're moving on to Lampard. Lampard, similarly, I might be able to trick him. Well, I'm not, that's not happening, is it? You can have that if you take that. Let's see what happens there. Right. I'm interested in Jeff, obviously. Where Ipswich ended up, Ipswich is still in the first division. Could I sign Matt Holland? Anyway, back to business. I'm interested in Jeff, but I'm worried about filling the squad up with players who aren't quite ready. So we're gonna pass on him for the time being. Craig Moore, though, thank you for your services. And then Lee RMI. It is great to see Lee RMI. Lee RMI have appointed Kevin Hodges. Where are Lee? Lee are in the conference. They've only got 2 players. Have they just come up? It must have, because look, they've got no players. If I remember, we'll have a check how they've done at the end of the year. Let's have a look here. Let's give him hot prospect. Let's leave all of his money alone because we know he's a touchy one. Handling 13, reflexes 14, agility 11. 20 years old. Passing's not great, but I'm happy with this. Right, I'm not happy with that. Frankie. I'm now feeling like I shouldn't have messed around. So let's get another offer in. Green is coming in, though. We have got our first signing. Right, so I've got 6 players. Six spaces. We've got Makari he is about to be released. Spoiler alert. Green has come in, though. Green feels like a 36 for the time being. It's not up there with Davison. Looking for a new number 1. This guy needs to go, so he probably might get fired this episode. He's in mortal peril. Let's put it that way. Because if I need a space, he is going. I'm not paying him $2,000. I'm just going to wait. And what a result that is. Finland have done over Italy. And what in Italy? Toldo, Negro, Maldini, Cannavaro, Baldini, Luigi Di Baggio, Scaloni, Di Matteo Vereri, Del Piero, Fabio Pacheco. They've brought on Passotta, Totti and Gianpaolo. And they've been done over by a Timu Tano goal. He's just out there in Orcs there. Look at him. Skilling it up. Right. Hislop off to Wolves. He is coming off my thing. Let's have a look at Wolves. That's good business for them. It's a good improvement over Bo Anderson, isn't it? They've got our old boy, Ian Durant, though. Look, they need an upgrade on him. Starting to go wrong. Right, Blackburn Rovers have made an offer for Joe Cole. I'm going to have to back out my wages, go in and give him proper money. I'm getting nervous now. I'm going to do it. I can't afford to mess up this Joe Cole deal. And I feel like I've already messed it up by waiting this long. I'm worried that if I withdraw this, 2.2 million, that he might not even want to sign with me now. Because he'll be like, what's this guy playing about? I've got a signing over, though. Look at this. Frank Lampard coming in. Pleased with that. Come have a seat, Frank. We've got Frank Lampard, we've got Robert Green. I'm like, What number should he be? They've given him 24. I'm going to stick with that because I might redo all of those numbers. Once we've got the squad settled, if it doesn't make me do the full registration prior to the first game of the season, feel free to suggest some numbers that you would like to see players have. And if I can, I will oblige. Right. This is good for me. Right. Bernard, thank you for your service. But you will be being replaced by a scout of a higher caliber. I also need to have a look at the coaching staff for similar reasons. Let's offer Joe Cole important player. I'm going to get this up. I still want more than that. I'm going to offer. What am I offering? Let's go 5. I feel like 5 is fair, Joe. 5.5 million. I'm going to give you all these bonuses. I'm going to give you them full as well. 14,000 a week, 14,000 a week, 800,000 signing on fee. What do we have left? We've got 6.25 million, so we've barely touched what we've got there, and we've actually made some money since you were last there. That's how great I am at director of football. Here we go. There's no way I'm standing in the way of this after I've just seen the next message. Oh, we were trying to have a nice Lee RMI Chris Fairclough moment. Chris hopefully is going to join Lee RMI. West Ham's Joe Cole's agreed terms with Blackburn. What Blackburn offering you that I am not? I hate you, Blackburn. You beat us last year finished above us in the league. Now they've stolen my #1 transfer target, meaning I'm going to have to pivot. I'm so tempted just to offer 3.5 for him. James Flood has been a disappointment. He's been on loan at Hendersford Town and he's got 15 goals for them in 46 games, but he has not moved on at all for me. He's £675,000. Let's just have a little bit of putting him on and see if anyone comes in for him. Chris. I can't believe you. Once we've hit the retirements, I'm going to have a look to see. I'm going to give a week and look to see if I can see any regens, because I don't know how quick they happen. John Connor, though, pretty good in our first year. Bit part player. Not done much since then, though. He has left. McCood, who we lost out on. Trevor Benjamin, who we didn't go for due to my convoluted rules of having owned him on the previous playthrough on Championship Manager. Luis Perez turned me down. Let's get rid of him. You get one chance with me, unless you're someone else. Makari, firing time. About to save myself $2,000 a week. Sorry, Paul. Need that squad space. And I've dispatched scouts all over the globe, mainly Europe, due to the problems we had landing South and Central and North Americans last time around. Now, here we go. Transfers are coming in. Makari is gone. That's the biggest news to me there. Kevin Campbell has come in. Partridge has come in. Clinton Hill has come in. So Hill is definitely going to be number 4. What have we got here? Look, value of 2.1 million. So I'm pleased with that. He is going straight into the vacated centre-back spot for the time being. Partridge feels like a 35. And Campbell, presumably, we're going to give him the number 9 shirt because Diego Tristan performed so poorly. So this is leaving us with only 3 spaces. It's going to be less because Gifting Or Williams is here. I'd missed that, and he is worth 4 million straight out of the bag. It feels disrespectful to give him 43, but that is what I'm going with for the time being. So I'm down to 2 places. Partridge in 1.1 million. Clinton Hill, few players moving around. Lopez also turned us down. What is this guy going to be worth? That is upsetting. With Joe Cole turning us down, he would have been our attacking midfielder. So I'm just going to set the team up how it would be if it was the first game of the season. And there we are, people. There, if this was the game starting today, this is what we've got. So Davidson, Bjornaby, Sergio Nunez, Hill, Edworthy, Sendon Speed, Lampard, Little, Morrison, Campbell. So just the 2 additions to the time being. Bench of Green, Carlisle, Cowlan, Holt and Helgeson. Seems like Ola Anderson no longer interested in retiring, which is strange. This is disappointing. Scarbelis' work permit's expired and will not be renewed. So it's even more imperative now. He is in the reserves, but it's even more imperative that we get him out. What did Barry Hales end up doing last year? 13 goals. He's got 1.6 million release fee. Charlton, that's good. That's good business by them. And here we go. Holland have won the European Football Championships with a 2-0 win over Finland. Great progress for Finland to even be there. I know they'll be disappointed now when they look back on this tournament as a whole. They'll change their minds, I'm sure. It was so predictable, isn't it? Rio Ferdinand is going to Chelsea. I don't really have a lot to say on that. I'm surprised and interested by that. If he's still there when the season starts and our guys do not start amazingly, I was like, what a brilliant name, have to click on him, then that could be something that I'm interested in. Let's have a look at Song. Song wants first team football. Let's have a look at Song. He would be a great signing for us, wouldn't he? Look at his positioning, marking, heading. He's Cameroonian, so I love that. If I can get him for $1 million... I didn't really finish that sentence. I'd be delighted. So Les Ferdinand looks like he's tailed off a bit now. One of the key areas for me that I really want to upgrade. Now let's have a look at Jamie Curtin. See, he's nowhere near ready. Jose Dominguez, I don't understand how someone with such poor stats can be 3.6 million. Let's leave it at that. Let's have a look at this as a Romania. I don't know if I can afford to go there just yet. Zé Maria. Now he's got 9 goals. 9 caps, 1 goal. He's on 36,000. I'm like, as much as I'd love to have a Brazilian, I'm not sure I'm quite in that market yet. Let's have a look then at centre. Now, I did put in a cheeky loan offer for Guti when the Joe Cole failed, but I'm not quite sure I'd even start him over Morris. That's why I wanted to go with a loan. Now, one of the things I'm looking for here is shooting. I can't have so few goals coming from my attacking midfield role. That's my second striker role. I might go 2 strikers this time around if needed to, but I need greater goal contributions from whoever is going to be playing in that attacking midfield role. And at the minute, there is no one. There's no one on here that I'm like, that's me man. So we're gonna press on. Right, I'm going back in for Song. I'm going to start creeping this up. Now, what is great for me, I've only just spotted this, his second nationality is French, so he is not going to be subject to any work permit shenanigans. Right, Neil Ardley was someone that I was considering for that spot. Who are these guys? See, these aren't even in a playable league. I was going to offer him a free transfer, and he wanted 19,000 a week or something like that. And I was like, with the limited amount of spaces that I've got, I just don't feel like we can be in for Neil. We are going to be in, though, for Rigobert. Rigobert, you're going to love living in Sheffield. I'm gonna skim this. You knew that was coming. But let's see. The round of applause was for me. 1.4 million. Am I going to have to fire someone? I feel like I should. He's only on £150 a week. Let's have a look. Is anyone else's contract running out? Dave, right. I would love to get rid of this guy. Look at him. He's dreadful. Let's get this all the way down to 0. This is what someone suggested I do. And then I look to try and get... to do the player swap. I don't even want a player swap. I just want the space. Right. This is my last signing whilst we wait on Friedel. Or we wait on people going out. It's no good recommending me someone now. Especially someone who also needs a work permit. I probably wouldn't get in my current starting team. Petro Cachuro, his work permit has been renewed. I really could do with moving him on now, though. I've got a bottleneck of strikers. I'm going to start dropping him down to squad rotation. The Canadians are off. Neil Ardley could be going to Espanyol. Lee Aramayev back. Like, Chris, you're gonna have to go. You're not wanted here. There's a chance that I might fire you. He is getting fired. Chris, you're a progress blocker. I will forever be grateful for this 23 appearances, 6.54 rating. But you're turning down Lee, which is insulting to me. And I need the space, more importantly. Lou's doing good work, even though I fired his son. Bobby Ford. Now, Bobby Ford, this is something that upsets me. I got offered 300,000 for Bobby. He's worth 1.3. I got offered 300,000 for him from Wolves, and I didn't take it because I tried to push it up to 25% sell on. Here we go, people. Liverpool's Brad Friedel has been granted a conditional English work permit for his move to Sheffield United. 700,000. We have significantly improved our team. This is not modern Liverpool that seem to get all their transfers right, apart from Naby Keita, who's one of the worst signings the Premier League has ever seen. But this is old Liverpool. They have significantly improved our team with some cut price deals. And we're going to click on... We're out of squad spaces, but I'm going to set my team up in a second. There we go. There is my now current team. Friedel, Bjornaby, Song, Hill, Edgeworthy even, Zenden, Speed, Lampard, Little, Morris and Campbell. Priorities then. Attacking midfield, right back. Anything else is a bonus with the complete lack of squad space that we have. Who is going to be next up to be fired though? Steve, you're hanging on, mate. Look at Kevin Davies has got so long left. Let's get that all the way down there. He's only going to cost me 8,000 to release, so he's in danger. David Kappa, you're also in danger. Imagine if you've seen Return of the Jedi. The little... Except I don't particularly want them to get eaten. I just want them to sign for like Lee or a team more befitting of their level. I'm torn between wanting a little bit of money for them, not much, I'm a fair guy, and just wanting you gone. Mark. Just... Right, Miles, 69 players. Who have we got? Miles, this is what I need. I need midfielders. I need I need midfielders who are interested. Right, you're still saying Paulinho. Miles, it's not cutting it, mate. Let's get these on attributes. Let's get these on attacking. You've done nothing for me, Miles. Right, we had Kaba recommended for us before as a good prospect, but we can't move on him. We don't have the space, and he's a prospect. Preston have made an offer for Davy Gisbrex. Let's see if we can get him out. As much as I'd like to mess around with this, look, they got Carlo Nash. He could probably get a game for us. I just want Davy gone. So let's accept that for the time being. Del Piero has gone to Inter. That doesn't feel right, does it? It does not feel right at all. It's had a bit of soul searching. That could have been us. A bit of soul searching after that terrible defeat to, was it Finland or Iceland? I can't remember now. He knew that I'd had the trapdoor installed. Davey, did he even play a game for us? Didn't play a game. Did not play a game. Feels he should be a first team regular. Well, you're not going to be. You might be at Preston, but I doubt it, because even Preston in the second division, probably better than you. Look, Davies worth 55k now that he's moved to Preston. We are 24 days away, and I've been a bit negligent here, and I've not even made a tour. I'll take that, just because it's come in. Right, accepts. Who is first? It's West Brom away in 7 days. People are doing my job for me. There we go. We are down to 3.6 million. I think I'm probably going to keep that stashed away for the time being. We've got the short list. Damien Duff already regretting life at Villa. You should have signed for me, mate. Guti is coming off for the time being. If I can't get you on loan, definitely not interested in the type of money you want. I'm like, Trevor Sinclair, wouldn't want to pay that for him. Louis Saha, let's have a look at Louis. We found him before, didn't we? Again, he needs a little bit of development. Paul, you had your chance last year, mate, and you messed it up. I'm not disinterested in you. I may come back. Let's have a little scan through our list. Football tournament of the Olympic Games. Del Piero is never getting any time off, is he? Don't know why they've got the old firm image. Hopefully you would expect, or you would hope even, that the Olympic Games would be played in a nicer manner than that. So we've got China, USA, Mexico, Saudi Arabia, the European champions. Tranmere have made an offer to loan Man United's David Healy. They're in the second division. Right, David, you go off there and you impress me, and we'll see what happens. Now, just have a little check in here. I am up to 34th in terms of reputation in England. I'm now okay. I've climbed ahead of Brian Robson, obviously, after he got West Ham relegated. I'm just behind Frank Clark. And behind a whole page of people who are okay, including Danny Wilson, my rival, over at Sheffield Wednesday. 15th, John Gregory's the first person who's good. Friedel made an appearance there. Hopefully he's back for the start of the season. Otherwise, I'm never replacing Davison. Let's have a look at the Nigeria squad. What attacking? Right, where is JJ Okocha? He's 5 million. He should be on my list. Right, let's have a look at Kanu. Kanu's at Besiktas. When did he go? He's only just gone there. Who else do we have that could fill our needed positions? What about Lawal? He's at Roda. Wants to move to a bigger club. Are we a bigger club than Roda? I'm like, what division is that? It's the top one. Possibly not. How have you done? The problem with bringing him in is his work permit again. If I give him another little bit of time there, he might get second nationality. Babangida, I was going to say he's at Juve. He's already hit his development arc. Ibrahim Sunday. Already interested in him, and he's not interested in playing for us. Otherwise, he would have been on our list, wouldn't he? Right. I'm prepared to monitor the progress of David Healy. So, Kevin Davies. 3 weeks, suffered a twisted knee. No one is going to miss him. Sorry that you had to see that. Right, Curtis, we are trying to move out, but he's not going through the trapdoor just yet. Bobby Ford, I can't afford to put him through the trapdoor. What would that cost us? Look at that, 100k. I'm not giving you 100k. You didn't do anything last year. You played 2 times, actually. It must have been League Cup appearances. Bobby, please just leave. You could be playing football somewhere. Here we go, people. You drop one person through the free transfer dungeon, and suddenly players are more motivated to get out of my way. Bobby, do the right thing. So there we are, people. A 5-0 blitzing of West Brom at the Hawthorns. Morris, Song, Zendin, Campbell. The only blemish of that first half was Green getting injured right before half-time. But we played a makeshift team second half. We played the backup second half. Very pleased with that. Now, I don't know a kind of surefire way of finding the regens, but I presume that Brian Bull here is one of them. Wanted by a few different teams. He's got some okay stats here. I'm going to fire him on the watch list and we'll keep an eye on him. He's a defender, right, left, centre. So, like I said, I've just put this on by filter. This guy's not a regen. Side bottom is from the looks of it. So, like I said, if you know a better way of finding them, let me know. But this is the kind of method that I've always tried. Lee Pavis, another one looking like, and another one that it looks like a regen. So some people have retired, it looks like, because we've had some new people come in. Man United have signed Emil Heskey. So that's a good move for him. Bobby Ford is off to Stoke. So I'm pleased with that. Not only frees up a space for us, but we've got 300,000 for him. So we've got rid of Gesbrechts. We've got rid of Ford. We're getting rid of Ford. Why is he still here? Now we've got rid of Ford. Farnborough in for Brian Bull. Conference team. I'm going to go back into my reserves and I'm going to see if I can get some of these guys out of here. I'm close to doing that. Did Capri, did he even play? Look, if we have a look at him last year, he only made 5 subs appearances. So it's like, I'm paying you £150 a week, mate, and you're barely even a footballer. And that is annoying. That is annoying to me, even though it's not real. There's a guy called Pollen. I'm like, I can't sign him. I'm a hay fever sufferer. Oh, no. Right, so let's have a look. Attacking midfielder. Darren, let's talk business. Well, he's not necessarily an attacking midfielder, is he? He's got blistering pace, though. Have the Romanians forgiven me for Euro 98? Euro 98's failure. He's going on the list. So, Darren, you've done a good job. Let's have a look at the rest of your work. You did bring me this guy. I wasn't into him, was I? Stan Lazaridis, though, is there. How did Stan get here? Via Birmingham. Eric Mickland. Let's see how Eric is doing. I'm going to save here. I've been requested to submit my squad numbers for the forthcoming season. So I'm going to stop. If you want any of these guys to have a particular number, you let me know, and I'll see what I can do. The players don't seem to mind or care what happens, but if you guys are interested in a 1 to 11 or anything like that, let me know in the comments, and I will try and plug one number in for everyone who comments. So if very few people comment, you can have more than one, but no silly numbers, doesn't go past 50, okay? But there we go. Thank you I hope you've enjoyed the second ever Director of Football special. Much less chaotic than the last time around. I feel like we've done a good job. I can't wait to get this season started on Friday. Thank you. Goodbye. What a glorious image, ending on the Japanese team.